It was the days when men went down to the sea in ships, when the Pacific Ocean was alive with explorers and merchants and whalers, who little realized that the Polynesians had for 1,000 years already navigated these waters and settled these Hawaiian islands. We're here at Lahaina in Maui, and my name is Glen Grant with Honolulu Timewalks, dressed in the fashion of the last century, ready to invite you on a journey through time as we explore the ways in which these peoples of many countries and many cultures intermingled and set a new course for Hawaiian history. The life of ancient Hawaii was an intricate balance of nature, gods, chiefs, and the people. With the coming of the foreigners, this balance was greatly upset. And into this cultural and social upheaval came the American Protestant missionaries to teach Christianity through literacy and prayer. The first high school in the Hawaiian Kingdom was established by American Protestant missionaries here at Lahaina Luna in 1831. The students were encouraged to talk to the old people, to get their stories, and to write them down. Men such as Samuel Kamakau and David Malo gave us then the first written histories of Hawaii. As the missionaries worked to convert the native Hawaiians to Christianity, foreign merchants came to the islands to trade for Hawaiian sandalwood. The sandalwood would be taken to China in the lucrative Pacific trade. Hawaiians who had for centuries flourished with subsistence agriculture now saw the introduction of kala, the dollar. It was cargo ships like this one that brought the first visitors to the Hawaiian Islands. In those days, it took 6 months to get here from the east coast of the United States. Whaling ships also came into this harbor at Lahaina, and those ships would have 20 to 25 men on each one of them. With 100 ships dropping anchor in certain seasons, that meant over 2,000 men would descend upon this little village, having a tremendous impact on the way in which Hawaiians lived. The first whale was killed in Hawaiian waters in 1819. At that time, the ocean was filled with millions of these magnificent mammals, which were the source for oil, perfume, bone, and even an early form of plastics. After 60 years of harvesting, the whale population would be deplenished to near extinction. Hawaii didn't make much money from harvesting whales, but it did make a lot of money from entertaining whalers. We're on Front Street in Lahaina, and along this road used to be shops and saloons and bordellos, making it truly a rough and tumble town 150 years ago. Today, a stroll through Lahaina is far more tame than it would have been 150 years ago, but no less exciting for the curious visitors. One of the most historic places to visit would be the Baldwin home, the oldest frame house still standing on Maui. Sitting here today on the porch of the mission house in Lahaina can be quite relaxing as you're taking your stroll through time. But in 1825, this area was a war zone. Whalers had descended on the village that year looking for drink and amusements, and they found out that missionaries had established rules and laws that greatly curtailed the whalers' pleasures. The result? Cannonballs were fired at the missionaries from the whaling ship John Palmer, and as the mission families hid in the basement, cannonballs blasted and burst all around the area, beginning what would be a long conflict between merchants and whalers against the missionaries. Despite these sometimes physical confrontations between merchants and missionaries, the Hawaiian chiefs always supported the rule of law and order. In time, the men who went down to the sea in ships would find that in Hawaii, learning and prayer prevailed. A night in old Lahaina often ended up for many whalers in this very special boarding house, the prison. The penal codes of old Hawaii, you see, were strictly enforced against such crimes as drunkenness, public lewdness, and even furious riding. But the modern visitor needn't worry. These kinds of facilities have been vastly improved. I'm Glen Grant, and I'll see you again in some other time.